If you're watching this video, you probably don't like mudguards, and I have a solution for you. Today we're going to talk about the rear fender that I have been using for a few months. It's made by Musguard. This isn't bike specific, but I believe it's made for fixed gear bikes or bikes that have a rear caliper that the fender can go over. And this is what it looks like after a week of using it in the snow and rain. As you can see all the dirt and sand that gets onto it. So if you do buy one, I would recommend getting the black one or a solid color one so it doesn't look as bad. At the end of the week, I'll spray this like this and I'll clean it off because it looks ugly. This is this silicone spray. It does clean off pretty nice. Since this is the clear one, when you put this on, you're still left with this white mark. I guess it's stretch marks. I put this rear fender attached to the triangle of the bike over here like this. I do it this way because if I'm in a really rush or hurry, that I can simply leave it on and it flows with it. I used to put it on the frame here, and it is more stable here, but you can't unclip it like that. And I didn't want this part touching the paint because it'll scratch the paint, and this part is titanium. If you're like me, I don't like the look of the bike with the fenders. They are more practical and they definitely work well with the Brompton. But for some bikes or some people, we just don't like to use the fenders, and that's why I chose to go with the Musguard. The front wheel doesn't have a fender, but I don't really get much splash or sand kicked up on me on a normal day. It's the rear fender that's needed because of the seat post. It prevents all that dirt from getting caught onto the seat post. You can see from my New York City ride video, I forgot to put the guard on once I got to the city, and the seat just kept getting dirty, and at the end of the day it became impossible for it to go down unless I wiped it clean, and that just took too much time. I have a yellow Musguard one that I took off my fixed gear bike, and I was using it on this bike. That one was about 2 years old and I used it every day, and when I put it on this bike, I decided to cut it just to make it look nicer, and I ended up cutting it too short. That's why I bought this clear one to replace it. So that's why you might see the older videos, it might be yellow, but now it's white. This is the rear Musguard fender. The front one, I believe it'll be too short. So when you buy, if you go to their website and you buy the rear one, and then you can cut it to length. This one, from where it folds on top here to the back, I actually have it at approximately 14.5 inches. And I don't get any dirt sprayed onto my bike, okay? But please be careful because this distance is based on my saddle height. So if you're a taller rider and your saddle height is up here, you might want to leave it longer because it'll still spray up, okay? So when you first get it, just don't cut it. Leave it long, and then you might even leave it that way. It's simply held on by a single Velcro strap here, and to take it on and off, you simply pull it and it comes out like this. That's it. And it's designed to be rolled up, so you can roll it up like this, and if it's not raining, throw it in your bag and you have a nice clean looking bike. To put it back on, you simply put it over the brake caliper and it'll Velcro on nicely. All right, and the way this is, it hovers above the brake caliper, and I haven't had any problems. Since this is being held on by the Velcro strap and being supported by the sides here, there's no support here. So on very strong windy days, this has a chance of moving side to side, and you might get sprayed and get wet on certain occasions. I haven't had that problem, but I can see it happening. This product is made by Musguard, and they recently have a Kickstarter for I guess a newer design. I'm not sure if that's going to work better or worse. This is the old one, so please give them a try. It's not that expensive. If it lasts a year, I think it's worth it. And if you don't like it, you can always go back to buying the stock fenders. I have the rear fender protecting the back, but the front does get dirty, so I actually use my silicone spray, and I'll give it a quick spray, let it soak in on everything. I spray everything, and then I give it a quick wipe. You can see a lot of the salt that gets on the bike. And I don't try and get it perfectly clean because I know the next day it's gonna get dirty again. But you know, this is the Chris King headset, and I'm trying to keep it looking nice. And I got the Philwood front hub, and I'm trying to keep that looking nice as well. As long as it doesn't damage any of the bearings, you know, it should be all right. And hopefully this winter won't last too much longer. And what do we got? We got like a month and a half, and spring comes around, and then you got all that nice water that's gonna wash away the salt, and hopefully we'll be able to do more ride videos and head into the city more. We are planning on heading into the city, but every weekend it keeps dipping back into the negative temperature, and it's just too cold. But hopefully the weather gets nicer soon. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. All right.